Hello everyone, my name is Miriam Muritala, the founder of Canada Vendors. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Entrepreneurial Journey. And on today's edition, we have a fantastic entrepreneur, the founder of Aduke Pearl and Pastries. Hi there, how are you doing?
Fine,
It's
thank
so
you.
good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on board the Entrepreneurial Journey.
It's so nice to be here.
Yeah, so we'd like you to introduce yourself and talk about your brand.
My name is Christy. Most people call me Christy. I'm a recipe developer. I'm a pastry chef, and I love to make pastries. I enjoy making pastries since I was a child. And here am I am the executive pastry chef, I'll call it, at Aduke Pearl Pastries.
That's exciting, yeah. So the name Aduke Pearl Pastries, that sounds very unique and interesting. Can you give us a story behind the name?
Aduke Pearl is actually my mom's name.
Wow.
What we call Oriki in Yoruba.
In Yoruba land, yes.
Excuse me. And Pearl is like an adopted name.
Okay.
That I have loved for a long time. And when I had the opportunity to register the business, because I learned pastry from my mom, I thought about it and I was convinced that I should bring the name together. So we have Aduke Pearl Pastries.
Wow. So that was how the name originated from. That's interesting. Yes. So can you talk about how you started the brand? What inspired you?
Well, when I came into Canada, I found out from a couple of friends and family members how it has been for them finding African pastries, especially pastries associated with the Nigerian community, pastries such as meat pies, puff, sausage rolls, fish rolls. And a lot of people expressed concerns about finding high quality pastries. And even when they did, they were really particular about what type of ingredients were used to make them, so that it wasn't really something that they found so easily. So I thought about it, and for a period of time, I started developing recipes that would be very good for everyone, regardless of their health status, and that will also be affordable. Right. So when I developed the recipe, I sourced high quality ingredients like non-genetically modified products, healthy sugars like sugarcane sugars, zero cholesterol margarines, and a lot more ingredients. I was able to use them in preparing most of the pastries. And I started giving out the samples to people. Lots of samples went out.
Wow, yeah. And I remember I was a recipient of the sample, and the pastries tasted very nice.
Thank you so much.
You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And a lot of feedback came. It was amazing. I thought it was just going to be reviews like, it was okay, it was fine, but I had more. I had people telling me this was the best they've ever tasted.
Wow.
And these were people who do not know one another, and they say the same thing. So I started to think about how much positive impact the pastries were on the people, and then we started selling, and it's been very good.
That's fantastic.
Very good.
So can you, for every entrepreneurial journey, we have the highs, the lows, the struggles. Can you share story behind the struggles you faced starting this line of business?
Initially, because the market is quite competitive, it was a bit of challenge finding new customers who could trust the brand, who could put in their money down. Some people had the mind that this was a particular price they wanted to pay for the pastries, and when you offer them what you were selling, to be, I have someone who sells for low, I have someone who sells for this.
Wow.
And then some kind of bargaining along the line. But after a trial, most of the customers came back to say they loved what they paid for.
Wow.
And that they had no regret paying that amount. It wasn't something exorbitant anyway, but just because many people had a kind of fixed price in their mind that they were willing to pay for a particular product. So I would say getting customers convinced initially. By the time we had a couple of people who had tried our pastries, they sent out the word of mouth to other people. So it was much easier when we had referrals coming from people who had tasted the brand. It was easier And that challenge, I would say, we didn't have it anymore. I would also say sourcing the recipes, because we have to be intentional. We don't just buy things off the shelf.
Yes.
We have a place that we get. And when they do not have it in stock, we really have to make sure that we get the exacts in another place or wait.
Okay.
I would say basically that among others.
Okay.
Among others.
Yeah. So what about delivery?
Yes. We've had a couple of challenges in that aspect as well, especially from those who are outside of the city where the business is located.
And when you mean the city, that means outside GTA?
Outside GTA.
Okay.
And because of the high cost of shipping, especially when you are working with a private delivery organization, it might be expensive. Yeah. Some of the deliveries sometimes are more expensive than the other itself. So we are still working on that.
Okay.
To
and that's a major challenge.
Yes. Wow. At the moment, it is the big one. But we are hopeful that as the business grows, we are going to overcome that aspect.
You get more structured delivery rates.
Yes.
That would be
encourage more customers
for your clients. Okay. Yes. That's fantastic. And so the entrepreneurial journey is full of ups and downs, struggles, achievement, the highs, the low. What advice would you give to prospective entrepreneurs?
I would say if you are convinced about anything you want to do, you have to stick to it. When I started out at Aduke Pearl Pastries, it wasn't a motive for a side hustle. It was an intentional act. Wow. I took my time over a long period to develop the recipes. And when I started, I knew I started. I had a purpose in mind. And entrepreneurs should also not be all about profit.
Yep.
So that you don't lose sight of the value that you are giving customers just because you want to make profit. So I was really particular about connecting with people and emphasizing the value of the pastries over what I was getting.
Okay.
Because that way I can build a brand. I believe so much in building relationships and having good networks. So it's not just about I sell something to you, you pay me, but are you satisfied? Can you refer this?
Yeah.
What rating would you give this? And it's been very good all along. So I would say be intentional about what you want to do and be tenacious as well. Because challenges will come. Sometimes you might feel this is not so much,
this is
but you have to keep it. And then ask for help when you need to. Don't take everything up by yourself. Yeah. Ask for help, you would get.
Canada Vendors, we've launched the series to support and shed more light about the struggles, the achievements of entrepreneurs. The series, The Entrepreneurial Journey. So what words can you say about this, and also Canada Vendors as a platform? Can you share your experience?
It's a beautiful platform. I feel so honored to be here today.
Thank you.
And when I reached out for the first time to Canada Vendors, I remember I told her. Should I say her or you?
Yes.
When you called and you were talking to me about a couple of things, I was telling you that I thought the call was going to last for about 5 minutes, but it lasted for over an hour. And I thought, this is real value time that you just gave. Canada Vendors is really passionate about what she does, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
It shows that, like I was saying earlier, it's not about pay me for a service. It's about how can I help you grow? How can you stand out? How can you be independent and be successful on your own? It's not common to find people who are selfless.
Thank you.
Most people like, what's in it for me? What will you do for me when I do this for you? Canada Vendor is not like that, and I tell people that. So it's a rare virtue, and I appreciate you for that. I celebrate you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing this together as well to help everyone see a bit of us, and I'm sure every other person appreciates it.
For every entrepreneur, there's a story behind the scene, and this is what the series is all about. We want people to hear the voice of the small business community in Canada, and that's why we went all out to make sure this became a reality. And we're so excited about the journey, and we appreciate you coming on the first inaugural series being shot after the lockdown. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And before we go, we've got your pastries here. We'd like our viewers to see. Wow. This is so nice. Oh my God, I love cupcakes. So I've got cupcakes here. This is very nice.
Yeah.
And
These are just samples.
Okay. And we've got meat pie
they
as
taste
well.
so good.
Wow.
Yes.
Can you see the meat pie? I am going to take a bite.
No, if you had a cold drink, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it better. But it's
After the show, we'll definitely getting a cold drink to step down with this meat pie.
you.
This is very nice. So if you're watching me, we're live at the studio shooting the Entrepreneurial Journey. And I'm having a fantastic time with Aduke Pearl Pastries, as you can see. I've got yummy snacks. Thank you so much for tuning in into this edition, and we promise that the next edition with another entrepreneur will be very exciting. Thank you all so much for your support, and from us here at the studio, having a good time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.